All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we are live. As a matter of fact, though, I'm going to go and check this on the platforms directly just to make sure, because I don't know, man. I've been trying these new tools and these resources, and every now and again, um, I don't pick a winner, right? Sometimes I pick a winner. Most of the times I pick a winner, but every now and then I do not. So I'm going over to my personal profile page to see if, in fact, I am live. And if it works for me here, then maybe I can get my guest to come hang out with us as well. So let me see. Do I have a live going on my page? Well, look at there. Yes, I do. All right. So do me a favor, man. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand. Smash that like button, that follow button. If you're following along on Facebook, then definitely do that. If you're on the YouTube channel, then hit that subscribe button. And I'm a little irky jerky in the preview. I wonder if I'm irky jerky every now and then on the actual live stream, because I believe I just need more bandwidth around here. I'm not sure I got enough bandwidth, either my internet connection or my actual computer, my laptop, man. I might just need to get me a brand new laptop and see how that plays out. But let me see if I open up the chat. I don't even know where my guests are supposed to show up in this thing. But we're about to find out, because I've got some new opportunities to spotlight some more local businesses. While I'm waiting on my guests, let me do this. Let me just take a minute to thank y'all, man. The podcast has been going well, and the feedback has been absolutely amazing. So, kudos to those of you who have sponsored podcast episodes. Kudos to you who have downloaded the episode and subscribed on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Um, and I'll be honest, those are the only two places I check. But I know you could actually subscribe and download the podcast in a lot of other places as well, in terms of just audio only. And those of you who have subscribed to the YouTube channel, kudos to you as well. I've been getting a lot of engagement, people showing up for the St. Louis entrepreneurs and movers and shakers that we've interviewed so far. And we've got another episode lined up for this week with Carla Reed, real estate developer, social worker, just all around good person. Let me see if I can't also send this link to my guest while I'm waiting. It's kind of cool that I see that this platform is, from what I can tell, I can be viewed, I guess, in two ways. I can be viewed in landscape and also portrait. Just kind of depends. Or does this mean I'm being streamed both ways at the same time? So it's up to you, depending on your device, is how you guys are going to see me. I don't know. I'm look landscape on my device now. I'm going to pop over to Facebook, though, and share this link so I can then copy it and send it to my guest. All right, so let me do this. Let me do this. Boom. Boom. I think it's working, people. I think it's working. So I've got a guest that I'm spotlighting tonight, and the goal is for her to tell you all about this event that's coming up this week called From Employee to Entrepreneur. And it's a special event that is near and dear to my heart because if you don't know, I'm what you might call an entrepreneur supremacist. I am really, really, I've really drank the Kool Aid when it comes to entrepreneurship. I ain't gonna lie. And now I got to figure out how do I get to my actual profile so I can grab the link. Nope, that's my story. Uh-oh, I heard something. Does that mean my guest is in the building? Um, I think so. I think so. So I'm just gonna bring her on up. And Nancy, forgive me if this ain't right. I appreciate you, Nancy, for always being um willing to be my guinea pig, so to speak. Because sometimes I don't even be having my stuff together, but you always say, "Hey, I'm gonna come hang out with you anyway."
That's right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you look amazing. Welcome to Inside the Hustle Spotlight tonight, where we're going to be talking all things from employee to entrepreneur. So, for those of you who do not know, Nancy Jordan is a best-selling author. She is an amazing entrepreneur, former attorney, was on her way to being a judge, and then God said something different, so she was obedient, and now she spends a lot of time helping people become entrepreneurs, particularly those who have or feel like they have been called to entrepreneurship or to some sort of mission driven, purpose focused work in the entrepreneur space. So, Nancy, did I get all of that right or did I miss anything?
You know what? You did great.
Cool, cool, cool. So let's talk really quickly about this event because I don't want to keep you. It's late, and I believe my son is having some car issues, so I might have to run out of here and
Okay.
go play super dad here in a second. But you got an
Okay.
event coming up in the next couple days.
We
So,
do.
everybody about it. Who is it for? What can they expect? And how much does it cost to get in?
Okay. Well, who it's for is for two types of people.
Okay.
One is the aspiring entrepreneur, especially the corporate executive who has proven themselves capable, faithful, more than able to accomplish great things, but is now wanting to pursue the vision that God has given them instead of, building someone else's. And but they don't have the time or inclination to play. They want to do it right
Okay.
the first time and be sure that they're doing it right and in a way that honors God with this vision that He's given them. And the second person that this is for is what I
Hmm.
call a side hustle hero. So this is the
Okay.
person who is already established in their business, has been operating it for a while, has proven concept because they're making money,
Hmm.
but they can't seem to figure out how to actually quit their job. How
Gotcha.
to make it something that they can do and it be income replacement and really be a blessing to them and their family. And so they're looking for what they're missing. They're not sure what they're missing, and so they're looking for what
Hmm.
they're missing. So this is for both of those people. And what they can expect to get is a clear roadmap of how to get from A to B,
Okay.
because we do everything that we know to do, but we still
Hmm.
haven't, moved the needle forward the way we want to, and we're not sure why. And so this is the why. Usually you need to get clear on what am I doing right? What am I doing
Hmm.
wrong? What am I missing? What steps do I need to take to actually make this thing happen? And
Okay.
but we didn't want to stop there, Cortez, because I myself have been in so many rooms that tell me the why, that give me the information, that tell me
Mhm.
what to do, but then leave you to do everything on your own. And so we don't want to do that. So we are
Gotcha.
actually going to walk with you through some of the foundational pieces that you
Mhm.
need to get from A to B. And I'm not going to give it away what those pieces are,
Gotcha.
but this is a working session. So you will come with pen, pad, paper, iPad, notebook, because you are
Mhm.
going to actually work through some things that are going to help you so that when you leave out the door, you actually have something tangible to move forward
Gotcha.
with.
I love that, actually putting people to work so
Mhm.
that it's not just a lecture session, hype, rah-rah motivation, and then you still gotta leave there and figure everything out on your own.
I hate
Um
those.
Yes, yes. I'm pretty good at taking action on that kinda information, but sometimes, like, when you just have people right there in the room, it's like, "Man, can we work on this together so that if I have questions, I can just ask you right
Yes.
here," right?
Yeah.
Cool. So
And
how much does this thing cost, man? Because it sounds like you are making sure that people get what they need before they leave the room. So I'm sure this thing must cost a gazillion dollars.
well, while it might be worth a gazillion dollars, it
Mhm.
costs nothing at all. Just a low cost of 0.99. Uh,
Okay.
because first of all, we love doing what we do. I
Mhm.
love to see people walking in purpose. I love to see people have that aha moment.
Mhm.
Um, and it's like they shouldn't have to sacrifice their firstborn or an arm and a leg
Yeah.
for simple things. And so, yes, we charge for our work. Yes, and we charge nicely for our work, but
Mhm.
sometimes we just want to give people that little push of what they need without
Mhm.
having to do all of that. And so we don't do this often, but sometimes we just want to make something that people can that's accessible and that they can do. And so
Yeah.
that's what it's all about.
I love it. I remember being one of the people on the other side of this, where I needed some push, I needed some motivation, I needed some help, some guidance. And back in the day, in the early 2000s, right, you would find people who actually would give up the game for free with no expectations and really because they were successful already and they genuinely wanted to help people. And I'm so glad that in 2026, there are still people like that, like you, like Miss Ariel, willing to actually do that for other people and help more people get into this game of entrepreneurship. So we know it's Thursday, which is in a couple days, the 23rd. We know that it's going to be in Chesterfield. Do you have that address memorized?
Of course not, but it is
Okay.
like undivided wealth
Okay.
management, and that address is 657 Spirit Airport West Drive, and
Gotcha.
basically it's right across the street from the outlet mall.
Okay. And then what time is will the doors open for those who like me like to get there early and network and hang out and meet some interesting people? And then what time does the session actually start?
So the doors will open at 6 o'clock so that you can come in, get some refreshments, decompress from the day, get your
Mhm.
mind and heart ready to receive, network with some folks, like you said, and just be ready because we will start promptly at 6:45, regardless of who is in the room. So,
Gotcha.
mhm.
I love it. I love it. So, Nancy, before we end the session, I want people to know a little bit about you as the person who is heading this whole thing up. I mentioned that you are a best-selling author, former attorney, but how many countries have you helped people grow businesses in around the world? Because you guys are not just learning from someone who is built her own business here in the States, but she's been tasked and has helped successfully helped other people in places all over the world build and grow businesses?
That is a good question. I need to count that out, but I think it's probably around 16 countries that I've worked with
I
businesses
love
in.
it. Wow. So not only does she have the chops to build US based businesses, but other parts of the world don't always get down like we get down when it comes to entrepreneurship. So there's some other things that you have to navigate. So you've learned those things and still able to help people be successful. So anything else that you want people to know about you about this event before we get out of here?
I don't think so because it's not about me, it's all about you. And so if you have been trying to figure this thing out on your own, or if you know God has called you to something and you don't want to figure it out on your own, then this event is for you. And so don't think about it, don't wonder about it, just be about it and be in the place. We would love to see you, work with you, and dig in. So this is your chance to work with, and there's going to be 3 or 4 experts in the room that'll be on
Mhm.
panel with me, and so you won't just be hearing from me, but, we are there to help actually roll our sleeves up and dig in and get to work on your business, and so don't miss this opportunity. I tell my students all the time, when you are given something that's golden for free,
Mhm.
run with it, and so I'm saying the same
Yeah.
thing to everyone listening. Take it and run with this.
I love it. I love it. And is the domain still claritystartsnow.com? Is that the
It
domain?
absolutely is, and so just go to Clarity Starts Now because why wait till tomorrow? Get clear
That's
right
right. ClarityStartsNow.com is where you guys can go register. It is 100% free, people. It happens in a couple days, so start making provisions to be in the place. Get your sitters in place if you need that. Get some time off from work if you need that, but you do not want to miss this. If God has called you to the world of entrepreneurship in St. Louis, then you have some people willing to walk with you and hold your hand through the process, through a roadmap that has helped them be successful. So that's going to do it for me, Miss Nancy. Thank you so much for hopping on and sharing with our audience what they can expect. Today's SCL Hustle Spotlight is brought to you by the St. Louis Virtual Resource Center. We bring you resources just like this for St. Louis area entrepreneurs. So there'll be a link in the description and the show notes. 101 resources every St. Louis area entrepreneur needs. You guys can go check that out. But more importantly, be prepared to be in a place this coming Thursday. So till next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. All right. I think I ended the stream.